and how we block multiple fronts, right? Whether you're playing that week. Again, you can see right here, what's going to be key is you got the first thing you got to do in this slide, if you watch and see this, is you got to stick to the foundation. And what I mean by that is yes, you're going to have to tweak some things. You're going to have to tweak some combo blocks, right? You're going to have to make a little bit more details on certain things going into that week. Whether you're, hey, you know what, this week I feel like we're going to have better angles on this block. This is what we're going to do this week. But at the end of the day, stick to your foundation. Your base rules should be able to block any front. And then later on, you'll understand what I mean by that. But it should be able to block any front. So if you go in a game and you're playing a team that has been for 6 weeks has been a 4-down front, and all of a sudden when they come time to play you, they turn into a 3-down front, right? Or they present a whole different defense. Your guys should be able to go to their base rules, and it should be able to pick up any front. That's what I mean by sticking to your foundation, right? You got to tell your guys, go back to your foundation. What are your rules? If your rules are in line, then it will pick up anything, right? From there, now I can dress it up, right? Again, this is game plan. This is based off how you run things. Whatever scheme you're going in with that, I can game plan it and dress it up. So I can have split flow, right? I want to have a slider, right? We call them sliders, right? So we're working inside zone. Also, I want to get split flow action, right? I want to hold the linebackers. I want to grab their eyes, right? I got to make them think. Not everything's going to be full flow. Motions, right? I can still give the same illusion, right? I can give them a fast motion back. If I want to run the ball to the boundary, maybe I take, I'm in 2x2. Maybe I take the slot and I motion them back to the field, right? Maybe try to pull a safety out of the fit. I'm trying to pull the nickel Sam out of the fit. I'm trying to grab the linebackers to fall back. Those are your motions, right? Maybe you try to get a pre-snap indicator with your motion, right? So all of a sudden I'm going to shift the guy. I'm going to take a motion and I'm trying to get a pre-snap indicator just to see what they're in the coverage. My runs are going to be based off of that, etc. And then from there, I can go into my formations. With your formations, you can, again, everybody knows this, right? You can tweak up your formations to give you up front the best angles possible. I'm going to get in this formation because I know the defense, or at least in what they're showing on film, this is how they've been aligned, right? They align to this formation with this look. So these are the formations I want to live in that I feel like is going to give us the best angles up front, right? And give us the box we want as an offense. To try to keep the ball in our court, right? And then the other thing is your personnel. Where are your playmakers at, right? At the end of the day, playmakers make plays. So how can I get my guys in whatever personnel I need to live in, right? If I got 2 really good running backs, maybe I'm living in 20 personnel, right? I'm living in 21 personnel, right? I want to keep both running backs on the field. I can personnel it however you want, tweak it up, put guys in certain situations. In certain situations, you can personnel it however you feel like you got to do to get your guys on the field. That kind of ties into the formation, right? So where can I get my playmakers the ball? I'm going to get in this formation because I know my best guy, if I put him at this position, that will get us in the best play possible, whatever it is to get your playmakers the ball. The next thing is when you're scheming it up, right, and you're going against these defenses, right, the other thing is you got to protect the run. This is going to be key too, right? Depending also what you're living in, right? You're an RPO team, right? How are you going to, you got 5 guys in the box. All of a sudden they bring a 6th guy. How are you going to control the 6th guy? Am I going to have an RPO attached, right? Am I going to spit out a bubble? Am I going to run a slant behind them? What am I going to do? How am I going to protect the run? Am I going to read them, right? You got 5 for 5, and all of a sudden they bring a 6th guy. Well, how are you going to block the 6th defender? I'm going to read the 6th defender, et cetera, right? Those are just different ways in the run game that you can apply that. So however you're going in the week to scheme it up. And then the last 2 things is 11 hats, right? 11 hats, they got to do their job. And that's going to be key. Everybody's got to do their job. Your job is important. It don't even matter if you're on the backside of the run. Your job is important, right? Whether I'm the quarterback and I'm given the illusion that I'm pulling it and I got a quarterback that can run, so I can slow down the linebacker. I can slow down the DN. I'm the receiver. I got to push crack and I got to get to the safety that's in the run fit. You're key, right? So we can get one-on-one with the corner. I'm the tight end. I'm on the backside. I'm the key on this cutoff. Whatever it is, we got to have 11 hats doing your job. You could be the receiver, the number one receiver to the field, and we're going the boundary, and your job is to block that field safety. Well, you better get there because that might be the guy that makes the difference. Whether we score, whether it's a 20-yard game, 15-yard game, whatever it is, you could be the difference in all those. So those are just different ways. And the last thing is keep it simple. At the end of the day, you want your guys to play fast, right? So I'm going to dive into this, but you got to keep it simple for your guys. Don't, you go into the week and you try to switch up the whole playbook and you try to get away from your identity, it's going to slow your guys down. There's too much thinking. We don't want our guys to think. We want our guys to play fast, right? Get your pre-snap indicator, stick to your rules, play fast, keep it simple for our guys. But at the same time, we're going to make sure we're not predictable either, right? So, all right, here we go. So I'm going to talk about inside zone again. The way I have this set out is going to be, personnel and scheme, um, and how we're going to run the different concepts and things that we can run, and all these runs I'm going to hit on. So this first one here, right? So this is just, we're in 11 personnel here. Again, I'm not going to go into the exact how we block it, but I'm just going to show you the different formations, personnels, and things that you can live in, right? So we're 11 personnel here, right? We're in this 2x2 set, right? So now we got to figure out, we got 5 guys. I'll go to the back end here in a second, but we got 5 guys to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? How are you going to control this defender? So boom, right? We're going to pull this guy out. This guy plays out, hand the ball off. Very simple. This guy triggers and fits the run, throw it. Here we go. Right? So we got our calls here, right? Block. Again, same thing. We're in our combos here, right? We're in a man scheme because we know this guy's a read here, okay? Boom, there it is. Get fitted. He plays out. He wants to play the boundary and play the screen of the boundary. We're handing it off, and we're out the door. All right, same thing. Here we go. Got to handle this defender, right? 2 steps. He plays out. Very simple. Hand it off. Don't even guess, right? No gray area here. Here we go. Same thing. Got the combo front side. Here's your read. You only got 5 guys. How are you going to block the 6th guy? Okay, we'll read him. He plays it out. Now we got 5 for 5. We got a combo working here. Watch this combo here. This is beautiful. Here's all your combos. This is what I meant by watch how the indie translates over. There's the settle lift. There's the open up. Work them vertical. Look at the movement here, right? Here's the man reach block. Here's off the body inside zone. Strike the inside number. But beautiful, right? We're one-on-one here on the backside. Really good run. Okay. All right. All right. New formation, right? Okay, here we go. Now we're going inside zone to a strong side, right? Here's a motion. See what it does here? Indicators here. Here we go. Okay, corner reacts with it. He goes over, right? So we know, hey, we're probably in some man coverage here. Okay, he's going with 1. Safety's coming down. Slider pulls everybody back. We got somebody cutting backside. Out the back door.